When the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, used to give khutbah to his companions, he used to lean on a tree stump. So it was basically part of a dead tree or a very, very old tree. And the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, used to lean on it when he would give khutbah to the companions. But the companions, what they decided to do is they built him a pulpit. They built the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, a pulpit from which he could give khutbahs instead. So the first day, when the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, was giving khutbah from the pulpit instead of right by the tree, as the companions are listening to the khutbah of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, they hear a cry, a loud cry. So when the companions hear it, they were like, what is that? So the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, he comes down from the pulpit and he walks to this tree stump. And he basically starts caressing this tree stump and he starts comforting it and kind of giving it a hug, you know? If you've ever been in a situation where a family member of yours or a friend of yours is going through a tough time, or they're crying or they're sad about something, obviously what you do is you go next to them, you give them a hug, you kind of say, hey, it's okay, you pat them on the back, you kind of, caress their back or whatever. And that's what the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, did with this tree. And the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, starts speaking to this tree. And he says, why are you sad? Why are you crying? And the tree responds and says that, I miss you, O Prophet, O Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him. He said that you used to give khutbah next to me, leaning on me, and I loved it when you did that. But now you're not next to me anymore. You're over there giving khutbah from the pulpit, and that makes me sad that I'm not next to you or close to you anymore. So the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, he says that, he comforts him and he says that I'll give you two options from Allah. That either you can become a full, lively, amazing tree again, or you can become a tree in Jannah. We'll bury you and you can become a tree in Jannah. And the tree said that I'd like to become a tree in Jannah. So that tree stump was buried, and even today, if you go to Medina, in the masjid of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, Masjid al-Nabawi, there's a pillar in the masjid that is named after this tree stump, and beneath that pillar, this tree stump, was buried. SubhanAllah. So this was a miracle that happened, with the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, that a tree cried and spoke to him, and he spoke to the tree. And one final thing is that there was a very big classical scholar of Islam. Anytime he would narrate or relate this hadith, he would begin crying. And he would say that the reason I'm crying is because a piece of wood, a tree stump, cried because he was longing, or he was away, or he wasn't close to, in terms of proximity, the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him. So the tree, this piece of wood, cried. And he said that, what about us, human beings? Should we not cry because we love to be and we want to be with the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, in the next life, on the Day of Judgment, and in Jannah? And so he said that, if a tree stump can cry about that, then we should also think about that, and think about our hearts and how much we love the Prophet and how much we want to be with him. So much so that it should make us cry because of how much we want to be with him one day, inshallah.